Hello there, how you doing? This is the book that I'm going to be reading to you as I pull back from this so I can sit down there. Right, just check my angle. So there's a viewfinder, so there's a camera. Hello there, people. Would you like some background scene setting? Well, there's the background. And there's the sun, and I've seen it setting. Sorry. Okay, right, so hi, I'm Paul Murphy. This is chapter 3 of my book, A Christmas Carol. Oh no, not that one, a different one. No, not that one, a different one. How this is going to work out, I don't know. It is, I don't know, sometime in December. My amazing son Dylan is currently off sick from school, and he's just gone down to eat cheesy masher pounding for his dinner because he's been on the phone with me all day. So I've had to leap out and try and get this arranged, and it might just go all belly up. We'll see. I'm trying to struggle to get my glasses on. What's going on here? Goodness me. Right, here we go. These are actually my reading glasses as opposed to the ones that I normally have on, so unfortunately it's the seeing myself in the viewfinder glasses, which isn't good. So, stave 2. You need to go back. I'm not going to recap. Go back and see the first 2 videos if you want to know what's occurred before. Stave 2, in which Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge and Mr. Bob Scratchit have a conversation on Christmas Eve aft. Have you any gatherings planned for the festive day, Mr. Scrooge? Pwah! I just remembered that I was playing guitar to my son just now and I've left the amplifier on. Can you hear a little buzz coming out now? Shh, you. Did I come around and whistle in your ear? Have you any gatherings planned for the festive day, Mr. Scrooge? Asked Scratchit for the second time in 5 minutes. I would not do so, Scratchit, even if I had someone to gather with. Don't you ever think of your sisters, Fanny and Hansel? I know what's coming. Okay, I got to try and do this straight. I haven't read this since I finished it a year ago. I would not do so, Scratchit, even if I had someone to gather with. Don't you ever think of your sisters, Fanny and Hansel? I never think about her Hansel, if I'm honest. No, I meant your sister, Fanny, and your other sister, Hansel. Surely you must think of them at Christmas. Not really. Since Fanny died, we haven't been that close. I suppose I think of her occasionally, like when I'm at a pipe tobacco and I see the urn with her remains in upon the mantelpiece. You smoke, Fanny? If I'm particularly energetic. Otherwise I tend to just get off and flop off. I mean, if God had meant women to have orgasms, he'd have given them a clitoris. A clitoris? What's that? Good man, Bob. Defty attitude. Yes, but I thought Fanny was your favourite member of your family, Mr. Scrooge. Oh, no. I was always my favourite. But I always liked Fanny. Ever since I was a young lad, I found Fanny to be most enticing. There was something about Fanny that drew you in. Some of my best memories were when Mother would knock on my bedroom door and say, Ebenezer, your sister is at a loose end. I was wondering, could you see to my Fanny? I am more than happy to do so, Mama, I would reply. Are you sure? Concentrating on your studies and all, and then having to think of Fanny. I know how it must be hard for you. Oh, it is hard for both of us, Mama, but I will plunge right in. What are you going to do with Fanny? I can't do a female voice in anything other than a Monty Python-esque crow. Oh, what are you going to do with Fanny? Shall I do it in my seductress voice? Hi there. You know. Sorry, I'm going to my chat up like that. I know we've only just... This has nothing to do with the book. This is how I used to... No, you don't want to know that. My children will watch this one day. Oh yeah, like, this isn't bad enough. I can't see anything with these glasses on. I can see the words, I suppose, which is handy if you're reading. What are you going to do with Fanny, Ebenezer? Oh, I'll try to think of something new each time. You are very creative, Ebenezer. I am confident you will come up with a new angle to occupy Fanny. Indeed. Maybe for something different, I would take Fanny out in the fresh air. Where will you take my Fanny out to? Maybe to the riverbank. Maybe Fanny would like a good punt. Oh, I know Fanny would like that. Can you then call in the butcher's on the way back and get some ham, please? You know how Fanny likes her meat. Oh yes, Mama. Why, sometimes I wonder just how much meat Fanny can take. Yes, Fanny does like a nice fat sausage, Ebenezer. Ain't that the truth? Oh, and could you call in the chemist and get some liniment too? Oh, Mama, don't tell me Fanny's got spots. That is the last thing I need to hear. No, it is for her dry skin. That's a close second. Maybe you would like to play with Fanny in your room instead? It is very hot today. Good to know. You say that, Ebenezer, but there is nothing worse than a sunburned Fanny. Tell me about it. I slapped a whole tub of Factor 50 on Fanny last week. So that's what it was. You need to be careful where you're spraying it, Ebenezer. It can get everywhere. So true. You wouldn't want to get some in your eye. So true. How long do I have to play with Fanny for, Mama? Well, a couple of hours is nice. Not just 5 minutes then. Oh, God, no. No, you should play with Fanny until she gets bored. That's the idea. And play. Oh. And play with Fanny properly too. Not just flapping around. I will, Mama. Maybe I will chase Fanny and tickle her. That's a good thing to do, Ebenezer. I remember that Fanny likes to be tickled. It is sure to perk her up and put a smile on her face. I like Fanny's lips beaming. Good lad, and remember, Fanny can be very hard of hearing, Ebenezer, so if you're going to talk to her, you need to get your face right up close to her, lower your voice, and talk slowly and softly. Does it always have to be about Fanny, Mama? I was talking to Fanny in my room all day yesterday, and my friend Dick barely got his head in the door. From what I hear, your Dick doesn't stay around long in any case. Maybe you could both play with Fanny. 2 heads are better than 1. I'm not sure there is room for 2 of us in Fanny's chamber, Mama. It is a tight squeeze, I know, but we live in a small house. No, it is best if you play with Fanny in your room, and if Dick could use the back way today, that would be nice. I have to wash the doorsteps. I will ask, but you know Dick, Mama, he is very headstrong. Oh, I can handle Dick, I'm sure. Perhaps I could suggest you take it in turns to play with Fanny. That way she's... Perhaps I could suggest, Ebenezer, that you take it in turns to play with Fanny. That way she does not get left to her own devices. Why must I always play with Fanny in my room, Mama? She never goes downstairs. It is quite selfish. What did you have in mind? I thought I could get my jacks out and play with Fanny on the kitchen table. Your father is eating his dinner. Surely Father could continue if I played with Fanny whilst he ate. No, your father does not like to eat around Fanny. Shame, really. Then could I occupy Fanny in the main room? Not today. I have the Reverend coming for tea, Ebenezer. He does not seem to care for Fanny for some reason. Dick knows the reason. Dick seems to get in everywhere. Can he not keep himself to himself? Dick is very sociable, Mama. I took Dick out in the park last week and introduced him to all the ladies in the bandstand. He was exhausted by the time I got him home. Perhaps I have misjudged your Dick, Ebenezer. Maybe I should spend some time talking to him. Yeah, there's lots of fun. Actually, Ebenezer, I saw Dick in your room last week and could not help but think how much he has grown. What a big Dick my Ebenezer has got to play with, I thought to myself. Sometimes I wish your papa had a Dick like that, but he spends so much time at his allotment, growing his cucumbers and courgettes and carrots. Don't you mind, Mama? Oh, not at all, son. But, back to Scrooge's mother. But no, Ebenezer. You must all be in your room. I remember the Reverend popping in unexpectedly whilst you were out last week and found me washing Fanny. He was not comfortable. He did not know where to look. You do not mind if I wash my Fanny whilst you eat your sandwiches, do you, Reverend? I asked him. I will not be long. I had almost finished when you arrived. I like to do it in front of the fire. My Fanny likes to be warm and wet. Very demanding. Afterwards I am going to trim my Fanny's hair, if you don't mind. Oh, Ebenezer, the poor man just finished his tea and rushed out, saying he had an appointment with the head bishop. The bishops live in the next street, don't they, Mama? I do not think that is what he meant, Ebenezer. My Dick says different. Well, anyway. Well, anyway, they must have... Well, anyway. Oh, bring it home. Bring it home, boy, come on. Well, anyway, they must have fallen out, Ebenezer, for he mumbled something about going and giving the bishop a good bashing. But yes, I do recall now, Mama, for when I came home and asked why there was such a mess on the front room floor, you muttered something about, well, the Reverend just came and went. Most unsocial of him, I must say. Oh, I think it is the same with most men, Ebenezer. I have yet to meet a man who cleared his own mess up. I think I should get extra pocket money for playing with Fanny, Mama. Ebenezer, how mercenary. You know, many of your friends would be happy to wake up and find a waiting Fanny staring them in the faces. Only yesterday, Mrs. Jobblepot said to me, Mrs. Scrooge, my son Jimmy would love to play with your Fanny. That is very nice of you to say so, Mrs. Jobblepot. Yes, him and his friends saw your Fanny in the back garden when you were sunbathing, and they were entranced. I think they all want to play with your little Fanny. My Fanny is not so little any more, Mrs. Jobblepot, I told her. My Fanny is quite a handful these days. That's children for you, she replied. Well, she has had 7 herself. She should know. Is that why she... That's children for you, she replied. Well, she's... That's children for you, she replied. Well, she has had 7 herself. She should know. Is that why she makes that noise when she sits down, Mama? Possibly. Well, oh, I've lost my... This is a conversation within a conversation within a conversation that I'm trying to recite. Go do the maths on that. It's all about the maths. Who says that? Haley, is it, in Modern Family? I know some girls. Oh, I see. I know some girls that would like to play with your Fanny as well, she added. Oh, that would be nice, I replied. Something different. One does get tired of the same old faces. Perhaps Eliza from number 9 could bring some of her toys around for your Fanny. Oh, how kind, I said, and I smiled at the thought of my Fanny having some new toys to occupy her. And let us be honest, Mrs. Jobblepot, I said. Girls play with Fanny much gentler than boys do. So you see, Ebenezer, you should be grateful for as much time with Fanny as you can get. Take it from me, when you won't have Fanny to play with, you won't know what to do with yourself. Take it from me, I will. Is it just me, or does Papa not seem to play with Fanny as much as he used to, Mama? No, 'tis true. My son, I certainly can't read this in front of him. I do, how is lunch? That's what I like to hear, mate. Yes, mate. Say again.